Greatscores video. This is a boogie woogie rock and roll licks video featuring section endings, 5 section endings in up to 8 of the popular keys. All the sheet music we use here is available for download from our website greatscores.com. I'll hand you over to Lincoln now.
Okay, this sequence obviously has a left hand, so if you go to the website greatscores.com you can have a look at what the left hand looks like. We just focus on the right hand for now, which is the main bit. You start on C, you do a slide, and it's very important that you hit the edge of the key, the F sharp, so you slide onto the G. Don't go all the way into the key and pull back, it's far too much effort, you don't need to expend all that energy doing that. Then you do a slide upwards, which you have to use 2 fingers to, so you go from the F up to the G flat. And then a similar thing between 2 white keys from E to F, and then you go from D sharp to E. So you're essentially covering all these notes and the C, and you're just sliding down from one to the other. Okay, how often have you had that one at the end of a section? Probably very often. Now, I'll have to explain both hands. We'll start with the right hand. You start on G and C, preferably second finger and fifth finger. Play that twice, then the second finger moves down to G flat, then it moves down to F, and then down, but you need a thumb now, to E flat. And then that resolves to E natural, and then for good measure, throw some nice meaty G7s. I'll do that again. But the left hand starts on C and it's going the opposite direction, so it's going up. You start on C, 2 C's to E flat, 2 F's, second finger onto F sharp, and then either G in octaves or G in fifths, as I was writing on the website. A much longer sequence, that's a 5-bar sequence at the end of a section, and like a lot of these sequences it's quite chromatic, so if you're in C7 it runs through the chord of C7, G7, F7 and C7. Now you start the whole sequence on A with your thumb, go up to A sharp with your second finger, thumb comes underneath to B. Make sure you don't move your hand over like that, a lot of people do this. You don't want to do that because then you're moving your hand out of position. Try and keep your hand in line with the keys, like that. Now you're on B, fifth finger goes up to G, thumb back down to B, second finger over onto B flat, down to A, up to F. Then this sequence continues, and keep going. And now it changes slightly because your second finger has to stretch a bit further onto the D sharp, and then resolves with your thumb onto the E, and up to the C. I'll do that again. Start on A. And there's a left hand that goes with it, and that you can see on our score at greatscores.com. Another chromatic ending here. You start on C, second finger and thumb onto G and E. You could use your third finger, but I find it more comfortable using your second finger. Back up to C, then those two notes get flattened to D sharp and F sharp, or E flat and G flat, depending on how you want to look at it. Pick up to C, then that gets flattened more to D and F, and then either second finger or third finger onto D sharp, and resolve that back to the E, and then some G7s. One way of voicing it. I hope you're getting the idea, general idea here. There's a lot of alternate notes and chromaticism in these endings, these sort of boogie woogie rock and roll endings. So here it's the C, that's the alternate note. You start on C, have a 2-note chord, a C again, and that chord goes down the keyboard. Now the left hand that goes with it starts on C. It's quite simple though. Then up to E. Use your thumb for the E because you have to go down now. Third finger onto D sharp, thumb underneath onto the D, and then onto C with your third finger, and then some G's with the chord. This is a very popular one. If you happen to have the soundtrack to Great Balls of Fire, this is one that Jerry Lee Lewis uses on Lucky Old Son at the end of a solo. So, let me just explain this one. You start off on E and G, third finger and fifth finger ideally. Repeat that, then go down to G flat and E flat. Second and fourth finger. You could do it all with the same two fingers, but I prefer second and fourth finger here. And that goes further down by a semitone to D and F. And then finally resolving back to the tonic to C and E. The left hand for this, you start off on the C, and go down to the G, come up to A, up to B, and up to C. Very simple really.